Hey, what's up Aquamigos? How are you guys doing today? So I've been keeping fancy guppies for about 3 years now, and back in July some of you might remember that I got some endlers, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about Endler guppies versus fancy guppies. Now I might completely butcher the pronunciation of some of these words, but fancy guppies and endlers are both from the Poacillae family, and they are both from the Poacilia genus. But when it comes to the species of the fish, they are two different species. So the scientific name for the fancy guppy or common guppy species is Poacilia reticulata, and the scientific name for the Endler guppy species is Poacilia wingi. So like I said, I probably butchered the pronunciation of that word, but the point I'm trying to make is that fancy guppies and endlers are actually two species of fish, but they are from the same genus. And from what I understand, species from the same genus can breed together. However, in some cases, the offspring will be sterile. However, from what I've been seeing other people saying in forums, is that when you breed guppies and endlers together, their offspring are not actually sterile, and in the future they will be able to breed. And this is actually contrary to molly guppy hybrids. Mollies are also from the Poacilia genus, but if they breed with guppies, their offspring will most likely be sterile. And although endlers and fancy guppies are very similar, there actually are some physical differences that you probably will notice. So for one, the male endlers are actually quite a bit smaller than the male fancy guppies, and they're also a bit slimmer. However, the female endlers can grow as big as the female fancy guppies, and they actually look very similar. And some people actually say that they prefer to keep endlers over fancy or common guppies because apparently they were introduced to the fish hobby much later on. So supposedly there should be less inbreeding within the endler guppies than there are with the fancy guppies, which would result in them being hardier fish. However, I feel like both endlers and fancy guppies are both pretty hardy fish in general. And actually the thing that inspired me to make this video today is because I just started noticing that some of my endler fry are starting to get bigger, and they're developing some really neat patterns that I want to show you guys. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at my tanks. Alright guys, so all these in here are fry from my Endler guppies right here in my 15-gallon tank. And check out the patterns on some of these guys. They are really cool, like this purple guy right here with the orange tail. And some of you might have noticed that like half the tank has algae on the glass and the other doesn't. It's kind of a long story, I might explain that in another video, but I mean, some of these Endler fry are growing up to be really nice. And one strange thing is that all the fish in this tank should be endlers. However, I do believe that some of the endler females that I got, I kind of think that they might not have actually been endlers. They might have been, you know, fancy guppies, because as you can see, some of these look like they resemble fancy guppies more than endlers. So there is a pretty good chance that some of these are fancy guppy endler hybrids or just fancy guppies altogether. But like this purple one right here with the orange tail, those ones definitely resemble endlers. And I actually have some really cool ones in my 20-gallon, so let's go over there real quick. So most of these big guys that you're seeing, those are all fancy guppies, but some of you might remember I had to transfer a bunch of fish in here because I had a problem with my 15-gallon. Long story again, but yeah, there should be some. When I find them, I'll point them out. Alright guys, so kind of a bummer, but it looks like I might have slightly crashed my mini pond filter when I was moving it in here. It looks like maybe the cycle didn't completely crash because I am getting a nitrate reading. But as you can see, we are getting kind of a high ammonia reading and no nitrate reading, and we had a pretty significant pH drop. So I'm guessing we lost like a good amount of beneficial bacteria. I was hoping to get some guppies in here really soon, but it looks like we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. However, my 10-gallon tank might be ready to go soon. I'm still kind of like battling with the algae in there a little bit, but I think that one might be good to go soon. Here it is in case you haven't seen it in a while. And let's go ahead and take a look at the pond, the pool pond really quick. All right, here we go guys, the pool pond, and check it out. The old mini pond, haven't seen it like this in a while, completely emptied out. And up here in the pool pond, check it out. So a lot of my floating plants are starting to die off because, you know, the summer's over. So I'm gonna have to fish out all those dying ones so they don't like decay in the water. And actually, I want to take a couple more good specimens from here. Maybe a couple small water lettuce and maybe a few small water hyacinth that I'm going to try to overwinter in the indoor mini pond, the one that I just checked the parameters on. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a few more to that and we'll see how they do. Who knows how those are gonna do in there. But check it out guys, we could see straight down. Let me see if I could get a good look. But we could see straight down to the bottom of the pond now. Water is completely clear, it's looking great. And also check out my water lilies, they're starting to die off too, probably gonna go dormant soon. I think December, November is usually around the time when my water lilies start to, you know, go dormant for the winter. But yeah, let's go ahead, feed these guys, and then we'll select a few good plants and bring them down to the mini indoor pond. Alright guys, let's take a look at what we got here. Ooh, this is actually a pretty good one. Gotta cut off a couple. Yeah, that one's not bad. I think I'm gonna take that one. And then maybe this one right here. Ooh, that one's gonna come with 2, I guess. So that'll be good. And then I want one more water hyacinth. It's hard to choose, guys. Maybe this one right here. Alright guys, so that's gonna be just about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I kind of talked a little bit about the differences between fancy or common guppies and endlers. Kind of gave a quick update on everything. If you want to see the video where I actually put together this mini indoor pond, go ahead and check out last Friday's fish video. I'll go ahead and link it down in the description below. And just really quick guys, I do have 2 shout outs for this video. One for Hope Stubbs, thank you so much Hope for being an Aquamigo, and another one for Vertigo117. Thank you so much Vertigo117 for being an Aquamigo, I really appreciate that. And thank you to all you guys for the support. If any of you watching this would like a shout out in next Friday's video, I post new fish videos every Friday. All you have to do is go down to the comments below and comment, I am an Aquamigo, and I will go ahead and shout you out in next Friday's fish video. And if you did like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you went down there and gave this video a like. That would help me out so much. If you would like to see more videos by me in the future, make sure to go down there and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notifications button. I typically upload tech reviews, but on Fridays I upload fish videos. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, I'll go ahead and put my handle right here. It's at YT_Tobias, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Peace.